Hey Homeworthy fans, Garrow Kedigian here, New York City interior designer. Those of you who know my work know that I shop the Paris flea markets extensively, and today I'm going to let you in on a few secrets to the tricks of the trade. So the Paris flea market is actually technically not in Paris. It's actually just outside of Paris. The Porte Clignancourt is actually just adjacent to the Paris city center. So actually when you take a cab, I always tell my clients to make sure you tell the cab driver that you're going to the Marché Serpette in Saint-Ouen, Rue de Rosiers. Rue de Rosiers is where most of the markets are, and if you tell the cab driver that you're going to Rue de Rosiers and you're not specific about Saint-Ouen, he might take you to some random place in Paris. Each of the markets has its own specialty, but as a New York City interior designer, I really want to focus in on the ones that feature the furniture and the lighting. These are the Serpette Market, which is the indoor market, and the adjoining Paul Bert Market, which is the outdoor market. Come on, let's take a look.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Before today's episode, click the join button below to support all of the storytelling we do on this channel. Our growing community of members help to directly fund more videos so we can capture these extraordinary homes from around the world. So join today to receive early and exclusive access to new Homeworthy videos.
It's easy to become overwhelmed in the Paris flea markets because there's so much to see, but I always tell people to come prepared. Of course, as an interior designer, I always come with my furniture plans, some fabric schematics, and of course, a list of all the things that I'm looking for and a measuring tape. It's key. You have to measure and see what things are. Scale is very important, of course. When you're looking at things in the flea market, sometimes you'd be inspired by the most amazing, gorgeous things that you might not have on your list. There's always room for something fabulous in your house, that's for sure. Bonjour, monsieur, ça va?
Bonjour,
ça va bien?
Merci.
Merci. This is one of my favorite little booths here in the flea market. I've bought many things from Monsieur Olivier. He has the most wonderful collection of mid-century modern pieces. I've bought many light fixtures, and this fabulous coffee table caught my eye the other day. Fits perfectly, I think. In one of my projects. Of course, when you're shopping the Paris flea markets, you'll see so many great things, but the important thing is to keep in mind that you understand the scale and the size of the pieces that you're considering. So that's why it's critical to have a measuring tape. I always carry around a small one in my pocket because, you know, sometimes the larger ones get very heavy. But it's always actually very helpful to have the centimeters on one side, because they like to do everything in centimeters here, and the inches on the back side. It works perfectly. Bonjour Frédéric, ça
Salut,
va?
ça va?
Oui, bien,
bien?
merci. Bien.
Ça fait plaisir de te voir.
Merci. Je viens toujours mon vendeur favori. I always have my favorite vendors, of course. And Frédéric is one of them. It's called Simonet. You should follow them on Instagram. Fabulous stuff. Look at these wonderful chairs. Les chaises sont magnifiques.
Oui.
Ils sont italiennes.
Exactement.
Et
Elles
vous
sont
avez combien?
italiennes. Il y en a 6.
6.
Elles sont très élégantes.
Wow, oui.
La couleur est très très jolie. C'est un noyer blond.
C'est vraiment beau.
Ouais, j'adore.
Oui, j'aime le petit détail.
Ah ouais, sur les pieds.
Les pieds.
Ouais, elles sont vraiment très chic.
Wow. Look at this beautiful detail. See how the leg flares out at the bottom? Such a subtle but beautiful detail. Of course, I always have to recover all my stuff when I buy it, but it's always nice that the vendors actually take such pride in their beautiful pieces and they actually recover them in brand new fabrics. How fabulous would these chairs be in a house in the Hamptons? I'm working on a fabulous project in Southampton, and I think these would be the perfect breakfast chairs in there. What do you think? Coming to the flea markets in September for me is the best time of year because the vendors take the month of August off and they go around all over Europe collecting beautiful, wonderful pieces. For instance, Frédéric here from Simonet picks up the most amazing pieces, and it's always usually, I'd say that probably towards the end of September where you can find the best, most interesting things in his booth. So usually the flea market is not officially open on Fridays. But because I'm a design professional, they allow me to poke around and take a look. They're really actually just setting up the booth in preparation for the weekend shopping. So Friday mornings are the unofficial scope out. I like to come through, poke around, take a look and see all the pieces that I want to show my clients that I bring them the next day. It usually is a mob scene on Saturdays, but I always know exactly what to take my clients to see. It works out perfectly. So I'm always working on a dozen or so projects. I typically bring 1 or 2 clients shopping in the flea markets, but I'm always keeping an eye out for all my other clients who are not here as well. This is actually a fabulous stone Italian dining table that I saw in New York, and it was like $20 million in this antique shop in New York. And I found that in Paris flea markets for a fraction of the price. It's so perfect for this wonderful little breakfast nook in an apartment on 5th Avenue. I can't wait to send it to my client. These are fabulous. Look at these. It's like leather, but it's made to look like wood.
Hi, Garrow.
Bonjour, ça va?
Bonjour.
Bien, merci, merci. C'est magnifique ça. Janssen is one of my favorite designers. He's a French designer, Maison Janssen. Fabulous. And it's just exquisite. Neoclassical design. 40s, 50s. Perfect little coffee table. Can go anywhere. So when you're shopping at the Paris flea markets, it is overwhelming, so it's important to be systematic. So I have a little bit of a system down pat. When I go through, I look at a bunch of things, and of course, by the end of the day, you have 1,000 pictures, so you have to be really systematic in the way that you take the pictures. So I have this fabulous app on my phone. You can use many different apps. I love to take a picture, and the beauty of using an app like this is that you can actually write the dimensions and some notes directly on the picture. So later on, after you've taken many, many photographs, you can go back and actually see what the price of something was, what the size of it is. When you actually go back to your hotel or go back to your apartment, you can sit down and actually think through everything that you've seen for the day. It's the perfect system. After I've taken a picture of the piece, I like to take a picture of the vendor's card, because it has all the vendor's information on there, his email address, his phone number, just in case later on, if you went back to the States and decided you actually wanted the piece, you can recontact the vendor. Yeah, forever I've been trying to sell that. This little gorgeous little antelope thing. I don't know what it is, but it's so cute. Isn't this great? I've shown it to like a dozen clients. Nobody's bitten yet. Bonjour.
Salut.
Ça va?
Ça va et toi?
So we're here at the Serpette Market in one of my favorite booths. This is Yvan Royer, And his booth is just as eccentric as he is. He is fabulous. He has the most beautiful eye. And he puts together his booth in such a curated way. He has beautiful taste. I've bought many things through the years from him.
Yes, it's true.
When one time I purchased some stuff from him, we discovered that he actually had an antique shop 1 block away from where my apartment is. So we became great friends.
Yes, that's true too.
So tell me a little bit about what you have today.
The
I see
new
this is
thing
new.
is this console.
Console
yes.
is fabulous.
I'm very, very proud of it
Oui.
because it's
C'est magnifique.
it's a marble console.
Oui.
It has been made in Italy by a friend of Ettore Sozzas,
Oui.
which is
And it has
less.
2 different marbles here.
Yes,
Isn't
yes.
that interesting? I love
Yes,
that.
and it's just the both part is
Yeah.
just put like that.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just the weight.
Oh, wow.
Which makes
It's
no,
incredible.
it's difficult to.
Oh, wow, to assemble it.
Yes, yes.
Wow, oh my God. That's wonderful.
And that has been
And
made.
what kind of marble?
It's a marble
Italian.
griotte.
Griotte.
Griotte of the south of Italy.
Italian.
Yes.
And 1980s?
1980s.
1980s,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's
quite
fabulous.
1980s.
It's very Pierre Cardin.
Very, very 80s. Very 80s. Yes.
Incredible.
And I bought also these 2 lamps.
Oui, these are magnifique. The little cube lamps are wonderful.
Italian too,
Yeah.
made in the 70s by Polyarte.
Gorgeous, yes, I love these. But I've been looking at these pendants in your booth for the past couple of months. I've seen these here. I've tried to get a couple clients to buy them. They're really, really heavy. These are solid glass with inclusions in them. They're beautiful. Inclusions are usually when they do the Murano glass. It takes a very special glass blower in order to get these consistent little bubbles of air inside the glass when they're blowing the glass. It's incredible. These are just magnificent. I love these the inclusions in here are fabulous, you know, are really amazing. I love the mixture of the 2 light fixtures together, you know, the 2 different shapes.
Right.
It'd be fun to do a row and then have like the 2 glass ones, 2 round ones on the end over Kitchen Island. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it'd be very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Or our dining table.
Or dining
Yeah,
table.
it's beautiful.
Sure. Well, it's very difficult to do. The Italian do that. This is Seguso.
Oui.
And Gino Sarfati is the designer of this suspension. You say that?
And this one's round. The end
Yes,
one.
I
How
have
eccentric.
2. Actually, I have 2, but the others,
2 of the rounds.
we had a doubt. We were afraid to have some problems, so
Because they're
put
so
it.
heavy.
Yes, it's very heavy, very heavy.
Très lourd.
And
Well, one of my favorite things is this little step stool here.
Step stool,
I've
yes.
tried to sell this to a couple of people. Look how marvelous and magnificent this is. It's like a little jack. It's like a little jack, and it's
Yes.
wonderful. Can you sit on it?
Yes.
Can I sit on it?
Yes, you can sit
don't
on
break it?
Yes.
Maybe I'm too
No,
fat.
you are so slim. It's no problem. But I would be afraid if you are a soccer player.
Un grand garçon.
No,
C'est acajou ou c'est quoi?
Oui, it's an exotic wood, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure of if it's mahogany or
Yeah,
not.
I love this piece. It's wonderful. I even love the character of the cathedraling in the graining of the wood on the
Yes.
top. It's just beautiful. It's such a simple little table, but it has so much detail. It's really lovely. I must find a home for this.
Yes, you can put everything on it.
Oui.
You can bring it from room to rooms, and it's very handy. And somebody told me that maybe it has been made by Joe Colombo, but
Wow.
there
wow.
is.
That's
I
fabulous,
didn't find on the book.
Wow.
There is not a book with all what he has made, but
Wow. Et c'est quoi le prix pour cette table-là?
I sell it 1,000.
Wow, that's a real bargain. If you found this in New York City, it would be like 10,000. Votre carte, s'il vous plaît. Wonderful. Perfect. Every year in January, they have the Deco Off show in Paris, and a lot of Americans descend upon Paris. And I was afraid that somebody was going to buy this piece before one of my clients came to look at it. It is a magnificent full-wall bibliothèque. It is fabulous. I mean, imagine this on the back wall of somebody's library. It is stunning. It's a gorgeous piece of furniture, and look at this wonderful drop front secretary. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the detail work in this. It's wonderful. It's two woods. On the outside, it's mahogany. On the inside, it looks like it's
sycamore.
Sycamore. It's beautiful.
And you can open the other if you want.
Oh, this side.
Open it
over here.
You see the drawers. It's
oh my
very
goodness!
nice
Yeah.
too.
Look at that.
All
Gorgeous.
these drawers.
All these
Yes.
are actually carved into the wood. How fabulous is that? So I tried to get a client of mine to buy this piece. I'm still trying. Would be perfect in his study.
Yes, but it's big.
It's very big. We measured, and he has
Yes.
to move a wall.
Yes.
Alors, Yvan, dites-moi, c'est combien d'années que vous avez cette galerie?
Je suis dans ce métier depuis 30 ans.
Wow, so you were two years old when you started?
But I started on the left bank.
Ah oui.
And I was used to
Rue de
sell
Bac? Rue de Bac?
Rue de l'Université.
Ah oui,
Au
that's where all the
Au
fancy shops are.
And I was used to sell 18th century furniture.
Ah oui.
Pieces of furniture.
Fabulous.
And drawings too.
Really? That's so
Yes.
different from what you have
Yes,
now.
yes,
I think it's
yes,
a lot more mid-century
It
modern.
was really different, but
wow.
I started with that, and
Incredible.
I still love this period. It's
Well,
fabulous.
yes, who doesn't, right?
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And when you know the furniture of the 18th century,
Yeah.
and when you know pieces like that, which has been made with the old rules of ébénisterie,
Sure. You can
it's
understand. You can understand
yes,
people's.
you see better.
Yeah,
the details.
absolutely.
You see better.
Yeah.
2000.
Wait.
I changed.
Okay.
And I opened the gallery,
The gallery on
in the
Rue
9th
Saint-Georges.
Rue Saint-Georges, voilà.
He has a fabulous gallery
And
right
yes.
right around the corner from where my
Yes,
apartment
yes.
is, on the 9th.
And
It's very cute, but I think that his shop is filled with the most amazing treasures. It's fabulous. I was there yesterday, poking around.
yes, and I came there later.
Wait,
Usually, very ordinary. Usually, the people start at the flea market, and then they open a gallery in the city.
Oh, so you
But-
did the reverse.
Yes, I like it. It's better. And I'm very happy to be there.
Oui.
Yes, because we see many peoples.
And would you say your clientele is mostly American? Ou
Many foreigners,
Français,
of course.
Français, Américain.
Many French, of course.
Oui.
Parisian foreigners.
Yeah.
But the main difference is you see them very often, very frequently.
Yeah.
In Paris,
Like me, I come often, frequently.
You come often, and it's very nice.
And when is your most busy season? Would you say the spring, the summer?
No, we have January was a very good month.
Yes. January is Deco off, and that's when all the Americans
June
come.
and July.
Yeah.
June and July were usually very good months.
Very good months,
yes,
yeah.
because people move, so they're
Sure.
looking new pieces of furniture.
So those are like
new lights,
French
new-
people.
Yes,
Yeah.
French. Oh, I also work a lot with architects.
Ah, oui.
So they-
Architects and interior designers, of course.
And in
Yeah.
Rue Saint-Georges, there
Oui.
are two very famous architects.
Yes,
we have
yes.
huge projects just like you.
Wow.
And their team often come when they go for lunch.
They
And
come to
they
see.
come to the gallery to
Yeah.
see and
Oh, that's great.
and we
Take
were
pictures.
used to see very frequently.
Parfait.
So they were very good. Now they send emails. It's they
Not as nice.
Yes.
I always like to
They just
actually
send
come and
email.
see.
Do you have this
Yeah.
piece? Do you have this piece?
what way?
How much is it? Where does it come from? Mais oui, on a perdu un peu ça depuis
Oui.
depuis le Covid.
C'est
en fait.
important pour moi de toucher, de
oui.
voir, pour voir le scale,
ouais.
the size. It's important to see the pieces in person because for me, I like to touch them, I like to feel them, I like to see what they look like, what the scale of them is. It's hard to tell online, and a lot of business has gone online, especially in the interior design business. I'm actually guilty of looking a lot online too. It saves a lot of time for sure, but sometimes you buy something and it comes and you're like, I wasn't sure that size is right, and you were not right.
Yes. So. I can't buy if I didn't see.
Yeah.
Except
I agree.
except for pieces that I know very well. and see if, for example, somebody like you wants a special piece.
Yeah.
I know the piece, so if I see it on a picture, I can say yes, I can buy it, but it's not frequent.
Yeah.
I prefer to touch.
Yeah,
to
I agree.
see.
But also working with vendors for a long time, like I've known Yvan now for many years, sometimes he will find something that he thinks that it suits my taste and my project, and he'll send me a picture. I love that. He'll be like, what do you think of this piece? And I'm like, oh, I love it. That works perfectly too.
Yes, yes, that's it. When you know very well the people as we know,
Right.
we think of things you may like.
Yeah, specifically when you're shopping.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And he shops all over Europe. He goes to Italy
Yes,
often. How many
often.
times a year? 2 or 3 times a year?
More.
More?
More.
Oh,
yes,
wow, more.
Yes,
Wow,
yes,
amazing.
Yes.
That's the beauty of it. You know, you don't have to go to all these places. These vendors actually go to these places and curate them, so they're all located here in the Paris Flea Market. That's what's beautiful about it.
Yes. The first of all, to say hello
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
It's very, very important.
when you come in the shop.
I always
Because
tell my
it's
clients to
it's a
say
shop.
bonjour, actually.
You-
Just start the conversation in French.
Yes, yes.
It's the most friendly way.
It's very important for us.
Instead of walking into somebody's shop and picking up an object before saying hello to the vendor. That's actually kind of offensive to the vendor, because this is actually an extension of their own personality and their own home. So coming into their shop, you must always address the vendor. That's 100% true.
Yes, yes, yes.
I hope I'm not guilty.
Yes, no, you're not guilty
Walking
at all.
in and grabbing
Yes.
something.
And you look at the people, because sometimes here you have people, they come in the shop, they don't look at you.
Oh, oui. Oh, no.
They, just like if you don't exist, no more than the chair. Less than the chair.
You know, it's a big myth in the
Issue.
Paris flea markets. I think a lot of people are afraid because they feel like they don't know how to ship things home.
Yes.
But it's actually quite efficient. You know, we have a few shippers that we work with.
A few shippers were efficient,
yeah.
but the problem is if you have only 1 or 2
Yes,
pieces, of
yes.
course you pay more
The key
than
is
if
to
you
buy
have 10.
many items. Yes, that's why I do big shopping trips with my clients, and we buy huge containers
Yes.
of things and take.
So you
know,
are
It
best.
it
for-
beats the
better for you.
construction the price for shipping for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So
shipping, yes, and to
and negotiation.
and negotiation.
How do you feel about negotiation when people
I'm
negotiate with you?
no, I'm not really at ease with negotiation. I mean, my prices are reasonable. I buy
Yes.
something, I know
Yeah.
around how much I can
true.
sell it.
Yeah.
I still have some restoration on it. It means some money, and then I put a normal price, and
Yeah.
the price is written on my list
Oui,
there.
exactement.
So
So
if
it's already
people
there.
come, if you are the king of Saudi
Prussia.
Arabia,
Yeah.
I will not put another price than this one for
Yeah.
you. The same for the prince,
Sure.
for everybody.
Understood.
So I don't
Yeah.
like if the people say, I said it's 1,000. If people say it's 500, I
Yeah.
say no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's not
No, I
possible.
understand. Yeah.
But of course, I know that at the flea market, especially, people like to have a discount.
Wait.
You may make a discount if they take many things, or if they take huge things.
Yes, like this
Like
bibliothèque.
this, so you are pleased because you will change le décor.
Oui, the
après.
personality
Voilà,
of the
the
booth.
personality.
Oui,
Donc,
exactly, yeah.
I will make a good discount for you
Sure.
if you want to buy it. But anyway, I play the game. Je danse un peu,
Oui.
mais pas trop, tu vois.
Oui, oui, non,
c'est
je
pas
comprends, oui.
c'est pas mon truc, moi.
Oui,
Je j'arrive pas. Voilà.
Bon, merci.
C'est-
This is a fabulous piece of art. This is wonderful. Look at the mixture of these materials. You have bronze and you have wood, and look at the little legs on this piece. It's a wonderful table. Okay, we're here in another one of my favorite little booths, and this is Hélène Lalbaltry. She's fabulous. We've bought many, many beautiful things from her. She has a great eye for the most exquisite pieces of furniture. For instance, the minute I walked into her booth today, I noticed 2 things that just caught my attention. Take a look at this amazing desk. It is fabulous. It's like faux tortoiseshell lacquered. Of course, this is like a decorative arts sort of piece. It's nothing that's very famous or anything, but it is just exquisite. For a decorator like me, it's perfection. Look at the little sort of cabriole style legs on the bottom. These wonderful pencil drawers. And this, look at this fabulous, these little cache-to where you can put all your little paperwork. Isn't this a marvelous piece? And Helen was just explaining to me that the back side of the desk is also finished. Can you believe it? The whole piece is finished all the way around. So you can actually put this piece of furniture right in the middle of a room. 70?
70.
70,
C'est une fabrication
1970s.
70,
Oui.
80.
Et c'est italien ou c'est français?
C'est français.
C'est français, it's French. 1970s. Decorative arts.
Decorative arts.
Oui.
Et
Et c'est lac de Chine. Oui. Lacquered.
Lacquer,
Oui.
comme de l'écaille de
Oui.
tortue.
Ah oui, 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 like the
Ouais.
tortoise shell. It's a lacquer of tortoise shell pattern. It's really beautiful. And even these little wonderful brass handles on it, just lovely. Look how beautiful and simple and elegant they are. I love it. I'm going to show it to one of my clients. They better buy it. This is an alabaster lamp. It is the most cuckoo bananas lamp I've ever seen in my life. I've seen it a couple times here, and I've tried to get one of my clients to buy it. But it would be the most extraordinary piece on somebody's desk, you know, in a library or a study or something. It's just gorgeous. It's made of alabaster. It's solid alabaster, and the light that filters through is just so beautiful. It's gorgeous. C'est année quoi?
Années 60.
60, 1960s. It's really a pièce you know, it's a piece of art. Really, it's beautiful. Look at this most extraordinary cabinet. On the sides, you have these beautiful decorative finials. And at first, you're not sure what they are. Are they a little decorative detail to the side of the piece? But in reality, they are actually handles for these doors. Look at this. The doors slide right through the frame of the cabinet. Isn't that amazing? I've never seen anything quite like it. I love this. This is the most beautiful bar. It's Cerussed oak, 1950s, French. It's a fabulous piece of furniture. You must have this in your house. Alors, ça fait combien de ans que vous avez fait ça? Vous êtes un vendeur, vendeuse?
Je suis marchande.
Marchande, oui, a merchant, a merchant.
Ça fait 33 ans.
My goodness.
Ouais.
Vous avez été 3 ans when you started?
Oui, c'est ça, thank you.
She was 3 when she started.
Non, je suis fille de marchand. Donc,
Wow, so her mother
voilà.
was, her mother,
My father,
her father, her
my
father
father.
was actually a merchant.
Yes.
Wow. Dans Serpette aussi, ou non?
Yeah, in Paulbert.
Ah, Paulbert, okay.
But he has been everywhere. Paulbert, Biron.
Est-ce qu'il est là encore?
No, not now.
No,
But
okay. Retiré.
il est toujours passionné.
Ah oui. Oui,
Voilà.
oh, the passion is carried on.
Ouais,
So
voilà.
her father was actually a merchant
Ouais.
in the
Ouais.
market, and she inherited his passion.
So I was born in antiques.
Good for you. That's fabulous. So was I, but I just inherited it through my own devices. The biggest tip you can give somebody coming through the market.
C'est difficile comme question.
Comment est-ce qu'on,
C'est-
pour faire les négociations, comment est-ce qu'on fait le plus négociation le succès? On commence raisonnable, oui.
On commence absolument. On commence raisonnable. On parle de l'objet,
Ouais,
parce que
ouais,
c'est la
ouais.
qualité surtout
Oui.
de l'objet, la pureté, par exemple comme cette table où il y a vraiment des détails incroyables au niveau de l'enroulement, le bronze, le piétement sycomore, voilà. Donc on explique quand même au départ.
Les combinaisons de matériaux, c'est vraiment spécial.
Exactement.
Oui.
Et puis après, on parle du prix.
Ouais.
Et puis,
It is actually customary to speak about a piece in the
Voilà.
shop of the vendor and
Ouais.
discuss with them, you know, the provenance of the piece, the materials, where they acquired the piece, and sort of really exert interest in the piece because, you know, genuinely these are pieces that they have curated. So you're not just walking into a booth and demanding a price. You know, it's always it's a much friendlier approach to be able to discuss the object and think about where they found it from, and they tell you these great stories of how they found it, where it came from.
Exactement.
Then you get further with negotiations that way, right?
Ah oui. Au départ, c'est une passion quand même,
Oui.
ce métier. Donc on a envie de parler des objets
Oui.
et de transmettre.
Vous êtes beaucoup de fierté.
Voilà, de
Oui.
trouver l'objet, de le mettre en situation,
Ouais.
d'expliquer, on
They
est.
take great pride in the pieces they
Voilà,
have in their
voilà,
shop. Yeah.
voilà. Et après, évidemment, il y a la partie
Ouais.
négociation.
Oh. Oops.
Mais on peut être souple. We can be.
Sometimes she's very
Sometimes.
nice.
It depends.
I like to try and become friends with my vendors because I think they're such great people. They have such great eye. And I actually aspire to have the wonderful pieces that they have in their shops and discover where they found them from. I actually enjoy listening to their stories and how they curated their pieces.
Merci, Garou.
Oui, merci, merci à vous. Even though it's a small, little, simple table, there are so many layers of beautiful interest in this beautiful piece. Wonderful. Années 50? 50?
40.
40s. French? Français?
Oui, français.
Almost like a Jacques Adonay piece. It could be Jacques
Yes,
Adonay.
or Arbus, André
Arbus,
Arbus,
André
ou
Arbus,
Lucien
which we
Rollin.
love. One of the most intimidating things about buying things in the Paris flea markets has really been people's fear of shipping things back home. It's actually a perfect science. There are a few shipping companies that work the market, and I have a couple of great shippers that I work with. Euroline happens to be my favorite, Nasser. So what happens is whenever I come to the flea market, I go directly to the shipping office, and I pick up what is known as a carnet. A carnet is basically a little booklet that has a number of pages in it. And so when you meet a wonderful vendor like Hélène, and you find a fabulous piece of furniture like this gorgeous table that I want to buy, I will fill in all the information on the piece of paper and give her the actual sheet of paper. That's her the yellow sheet she gets. And I'll turn this sheet into the shipper. And then the beauty of that is that you don't have to actually bring any money to the flea market. So once you go back to the States, you can wire money back directly to the shipper. And then he comes and picks up the pieces and pays the vendor. This is actually an example of a shipper getting ready to ship some fabulous chairs. Where are these going?
Oh, this is going to
New York?
US.
US, of course. Going to the US, of course. And I saved the best for last. This is the Brant, which is actually not inside the flea market. It's actually adjacent to the Paul Bert market. And one of my favorite vendors has her booth all the way at the end. I actually met her accidentally one day when we were in the main market with a client, and we were looking at a coffee table, and it had been sold to somebody else. And she actually, from a distance, said, "Oh, I have a coffee table just like that in my booth." So I said, "Oh, I've never seen your booth before." She's like, "Oh, you've probably never come to my booth." So it was true. I'd never been to her booth, but ever since then, I would come all the time. It's a special treat. Come, let's take a look at Monique's booth. Isn't this the essence of what you think of when you think of the Paris flea market? It is so charming and so beautiful. Monique's booth is wonderful, and she has the most beautiful eye and the most beautiful things. Bonjour, Monique. Ça va? Oui? Bonjour.
Hi.
How are you? How are
Fine.
you doing? This is my Monique.
Hi,
She's
nice
lovely.
meeting
We
you.
love her. She has the most exquisite things, and I always find the most
Except
wonderful
it's a
treasures.
mess.
No, it's not. It's not a mess. Come on through. Let's take a look. She always has the best lighting fixtures. Whee! Oh, this console is very nice. Look how nice this is.
That's Italian from the 40s.
Wow. C'est très mignon. This is the perfect little console for a New York City apartment. It's so small, It's so shallow, but it has so much style to it. It's wonderful. Look at the marquetry inlay. It's really stunning. It's fabulous. 400 euros. Somebody has to buy this. This is cute. The little bookcase. I love these rubans.
The painting,
L'art, yeah.
there is a set of 6.
Wow.
And for the set of 6,
Est-ce qu'on sont les tailles différentes? Oui.
la mesure?
Les mesures sont différentes, oui. They're different sizes, yeah.
Oui. That
Fascinant,
is
wow.
smaller.
It's beautiful, yeah. And these lampshades too. Monique has the most beautiful lampshades. Oh, I love those lamps, are
Céramique,
gorgeous. C'est du verre?
Céramique.
Céramique, wow. Oh, c'est intéressant ça.
Unexpensive.
Oui,
900.
for a pair, wow.
With
Excellent.
a lampshade, and they are gold inside.
Oh, I love that, yeah. Oh, these are really nice actually. Look at this, it's beautiful. Burl maple.
Burr maple.
Burl maple is very, very rare, beautiful.
Also, so at the behind, you have 2 sliding doors in case someone wants to stay behind
From behind.
to serve the
Wow,
drinks.
that's fabulous. Fantastique ça. Look at this where you put all the glasses in like that. Oh, and look at this. Ah! Ça, c'est très mignon.
C'est marrant. Sorry.
C'est
On
très
both
mignon.
sides you have.
Wow. And even the hardware. This is
It's,
ivory. This
and
is
then you
a
have a-
piece of art.
Right.
Wow, and then the sides flare out.
Both side open or closed.
Wow, that's amazing. Look at this, it's so great. This lifts
Voilà.
up.
And
We
that folds.
Wow. Here, I'll move this down.
Okay, fine.
Ah.
Don't worry.
Ooh,
No,
yeah, it's very heavy.
no,
Ooh.
No, no, ça va.
Okay, it's like a low ice bucket. Isn't that beautiful?
Glass to cool the glass.
Yes, that's fabulous. Look at that. So you actually put
Ice
you put
in it.
ice in the bucket, and then you put the rim of the rim of the glass. It's perfect for a summer party in the Hamptons. You can put some ice on your table, cool your glasses, and then put some lemonade in there,
Or champagne.
or Long Island iced tea. Whoop. Oh wow! Look at this. These are called salt and pepper lamps. Can you see why?
And also,
Are these 70s as well?
yes,
Oh, these are fabulous. How do they light?
they have, well, you have to put the light on.
Is it plugged in?
You have to plug it.
I have to plug it in, yeah. But I guess this is.
We can plug it in.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I love it.
From a designer.
Very cute. You can never have too many silver pieces in your collection. Look at this wonderful array of lovely little silver objects that she has. Look at these wonderful serving spoons. How gorgeous are these? Fabulous.
Wait, can you keep them in your
Yeah.
foot just a tiny bit longer?
This is fun, old-fashioned.
Beautiful.
This is old-fashioned to pour tea. For tea.
Oh yes. Oh, I love this. When I'm a huge tea drinker, so I love tea. So this is like you put your little tea bag on here and it drains into this little pot. How fabulous is that? I'd have that in my own house.
It's fun.
I love it. And look at this great little lamp. Isn't this gorgeous? She has a wonderful collection of little lamps here too. And I've purchased so many from her over the past few years. Like these are just wonderful for little console or even bookshelf lamps. I had this fabulous project once in New York, and they had a room lined with bookcases. And I bought these tiny little lamps, and I used them as little shelf lamps. They're perfection. They just add a little spot of light in the bookcase. They're wonderful. How perfect are these for that kind of an instance? I'd buy these in a minute if I had that project now.
When they come here, they are surprised of the variety of things and the quantity because
Yeah.
we are at the very end of an alley, lost in the boonies.
Not quite. She's a destination, actually.
Anyhow,
But she does have a tremendous amount of beautiful and eccentric things. It's a wonderful collection. But it's always sometimes very important that you look at things very carefully. You know, because sometimes you'll miss, and there's so many things in a shop like this that you might miss the most wonderful, beautiful, objet d'art or something gorgeous. But there's always a wonderful treat to find in Monique's booth. So I always tell people to pace themselves and give themselves enough time to shop in the wonderful little booths that are filled with gorgeous little objects like this.
And it's always a pleasure to see Garrow in Paris.
Aw, merci.
Non, mais c'est vrai.
Oh. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a lot about the Paris flea markets and enjoyed this tour and the secrets to the trade. I'm off to see my clients now. See you later.
Bye-bye, Garrow.
Bye, Monique.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.